Director mode is being used wrong and needs to be fixed. Let me explain. Director mode came out in Black Ops 6, but an issue happened that I don't think Treyarch could account for. They're not using the game mode as it's intended. In a live stream, people were asking me and my friend if we're gonna be doing camo grinding. So a lot of people are abusing it though to actually do camo grinds, by the way.
How?
Since the round can only go up to round 15, then the zombies' health only be at 15. Like, that's it. But we continue to level up. We continue to keep getting more powerful and stronger, leading to the
Wait,
boss.
you're saying the game doesn't end at 15?
It doesn't end at 15. It ends when we complete the Easter egg.
Oh. You say you really just get stronger and stronger? Wow.
Yeah, so people just do this for camo grinding. This is...
Okay. Oh my god, it's impossible to fucking lose. Look at chat. Look at chat.
I know.
Literally, he just
Camo
fucking
grind.
proved exactly what you're saying.
I know. Well, people use this for camo grind. Some say they're abusing it for XP, and there is an easy way to fix it. Either keep increasing it all the way to maybe 20 and then stopping. I also think you shouldn't even be progressing through camos, since this mode is kind of like a tutorial for casuals. The game mode isn't simply being used the way it is intended, but this leads back to the most controversial video ever. And I want you guys to sit back and let me talk about a game where you spawn in and solve puzzles and have an inventory and there's nothing guiding you where to go, so you have to figure out. I'm talking about, of course, Resident Evil. Even though people will say Resident Evil has no similarities to Call of Duty whatsoever, but if we sit down and compare, Call of Duty has an inventory, cutscenes, and the game seems to be telling you that you do have an objective along with bosses. Then there's some comparisons between the two games. I just don't like the fact that you have to exit out of the game, go on YouTube, look up a video for them to explain on how you can complete the quests, because the steps are not logical. I enjoy Black Ops 6 because they made the steps more simple and now they simply tell you where to go most of the time, especially with the director mode. Some say I'm not a true Call of Duty Zombies player, but if you go back to World at War, the birth of zombies, there wasn't anything like we have today. We did have Derice, which added more info that there was more here. Black Ops 1 launched and Kino had no Easter eggs like we have today either. It really arguably started in Black Ops 2 in Origins, which led to Black Ops 3, where now you have cutscenes and a clear objective. Let's take a moment where you boot up in Gorak Krovi.
Nikolai, I have to find Nikolai. He is the last. Then I and me will be rewarded. He will come for us.
So the game is telling you that there is something going on and we need to figure out. Even when you turn on the power and look around and see a robot, dialogue is taking place. Objective. The reason why I'm bringing this fact up is because it's not an Easter egg anymore. This is clearly blurring the lines of what is an Easter egg, but even Treyarch brought up the fact that it's not an Easter egg, but rather a quest. Which brings up what I was talking about. Back then, Easter eggs was holding back zombies in a way where not everyone is experiencing it. That's why I'm glad they made it more simple in Black Ops 6. I'm glad they added director mode, even though players are not using it as it's intended. But people bring up the point that the community will be hurt. But let me ask you this. What brings the community more together? Watching a video or jumping into a game where you and your teammates have to work together to complete the objective. The gameplay you see in the background is me with a bunch of randoms. I swear to God, I don't know any of them in real life, but we work together to solve this mission. My next point is that people say that it ruins the hunt for those players, which is why I bring again Skewer Ritual or World War II, where there is a hardcore version of the questline where people can hunt and find. Therefore, you can maybe get an awesome camo along with a calling card. I understand there is a community for everything, speedruns, the hunt, some challenges. So I know I'll get a lot of hate for this video because so many people played Call of Duty when growing up. And it's like their baby. And when you criticize something that a lot of people grew up with, they feel like you are criticizing them. I'm not though. I love Call of Duty as well, which is why I shifted my whole channel to Call of Duty. I do play other games, but Call of Duty is a game I always come back to, even with all its flaws. I really do love it. My problem once again isn't the difficulty. I think they should honestly make the bosses even more crazy, something being ripped from Destiny's raid bosses. I just want the steps to be logical on getting there. You see folks, back in the day, I seen people who wanted to get into the Easter eggs, but just simply couldn't find them. I've seen people hating others for this change, making Easter eggs more easier to find. But I'm glad now, though, as a community, we can jump right in and do the boss together, complete objectives together. I'm glad to be part of this team. I'm glad to be a zombie player. Thanks for watching.